This is going to be a disaster. I'm letting it go. I have to show you. I almost died. I think I almost broke something in my lower leg. All right. This is what I want to do. And you're going to be like, what the hell is this guy doing? This is loop. All right. That's it. Hopefully that inspires. I think I blew out the speaker. I might have blown out your eardrums. And I apologize about that. Is this off? All right. That's it. Maybe I'll just stand here the whole time and talk like this. Oh, crap. Um, this is going to be making all kinds of noises. I'm going to. This is professional. I am a professional man in a professional studio. Yep. This was all done incredibly well. Um, you don't understand sometimes how much joy I can bring just goofing around on guitar. It's great, and I love it. So, anyways, that's that. Um, welcome to me live, lunatic person. Um, yeah, I've been sick, man. I finally got sick since I don't know when. I haven't gotten sick in like 3 years, and it finally happened. Although I had a weird recollection of being sick um, not that long ago, but I have to check the thing. Um, because I remember saying the same exact word I'd said to my dad that I didn't want to get him sick, and I thought that wasn't that long ago. But man, it's been bad. There was it's a traditional sickness I get. Usually starts sore throat, and then you know I'll feel really bad, and then it's nose stuff. Like the first day, it's sore throat, nose stuff. The next day, blowing out stuff, and then I just lay around, just feeling bad. It was weird. I'm not saying it's some newfound sickness. It's something I usually go through, and I felt like I went through it every year, but I guess I don't. But man, it was not good. Even right now, I'm sweating. Like when they say stuff like he broke his spell or whatever, or she broke the spell. I don't know, man. It was really relating to me. Anyways, so that's it. I felt inspired to get on here. I loop this guitar. I've made so many looping things like that, and I don't record them, and I don't. They just go away. They're gone, dude. They're gone. So I thought, well, maybe I'll have some form of history or recollection, which I probably won't, and someone will steal this from me, and they probably won't. But this is my paranoid mind, maybe on the verge of schizophrenia. I don't know. It is odd, man. I think about my brain sometimes, and I think about the human body condition. I don't know what other words you want to say, but the idea of I wonder how much I understand things and how much I don't. Meaning, true depression. I remember one time. This was a long time ago. I was talking to somebody about how I was feeling, and they were like, "Oh, you're depressed," and I was like, "No, I'm not depressed." They're like, "Yeah, dude, that's what that means. You're depressed." And I was like, "What?" And then I realized, oh, maybe I am depressed. It was weird. It was a weird eye-opening thing that somebody has to tell you what you're going through or even what you're doing. And but I don't understand true depression. Like I can't lay in bed all day. There's people that are like, man, I was so depressed. I was laying in bed all day. When I wake up, I can lay around a little bit, but my body's like, dude, you got to go, man. Like my body is sometimes, I guess the idea is if you listen to yourself and you try to figure things out, your body will kind of let you know, and it won't. Yeah, it's like my I don't know, like they say the heart's smart, the stomach. I mean, there's things that kind of poke and prod you maybe um with chemical receptors. I don't know what it is, but it'll be like, dude, you gotta go. Like, and so I don't understand that type of depression, but you get little hints of things and maybe you get some forms of understanding. Where am I going with this? I don't know. I think yeah, just dealing with sickness and not feeling good, or I wonder, man. There's this guy, there's a magician out there, and I watched this thing about him, and he was blind. He's a blind magician, card guy. I don't know his name, but he started talking about the person I do know is this ancient Greece philosopher. I believe I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Charles Bonnet. It's spelled like bonnet with like two N's, maybe even two T's. But look him up. It's pretty weird. Just look up ancient Greece philosopher, and they even named it after him. It's called the Charles Bonnet syndrome. The idea is he recognized it with his, I think it was his grandfather at the time, but he saw that when people were losing their vision, they started seeing things that weren't there, and it was like absurd things. Like you'd see a cat up on a, well, that could be a possibility, but you would just see things, and if you look it up, you'll see videos. Even look up the magician talks about it, you'll find it. I shouldn't have even said that example, but you'll start seeing things that are almost like absurdly not there, and I'm becoming blind, and I'm not really, but my eyes are definitely deteriorating a little bit the older I get. Everything is my hairline. I don't want to go anywhere else, but um, my mind will kind of like I don't even see anything, but I'll conjure up, and it's fear based sometimes. Um, like I'll think there's a bison or something, like a big buffalo. Um, and I look and it's not there, but I'm on this weird, um, strange edge of sort of anticipation, or anxiety, like something's going to happen. And I don't know what that is. And I have some speculation, and I don't really want to get into it too much, but it might have to be with substances. I might have been partaking in some recreational substances, and I was just noticing, like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, where I would hear noises and my mind would immediately conjure up um bad things, like this is noise from bad things are happening. But it wasn't. It was my washing machine, and it moves during spin cycle, and it makes bumping noises, and I thought someone's pounding on my door and they're in trouble. Well, that's not what it is. But I think mentally I started drawing connections with, like, this is must be what schizophrenics deal with. There was other things that were happening, like if I made a face, and it's bizarre because in yoga they'll tell you to make these faces. They'll say scrunch up your face real crazy and then let it go. Well, if you happen to be on some recreational legal drugs and you make that face, it feels good. So you'll end up doing it, and you're like, this is what people who are on methamphetamine and not sleeping for 4 days, this must be what's going on. And I'd make a joke about it, and I don't think anyone would laugh. But if those people would just turn to the surround persons around them, try not to repeat words over and over, and just go, you have no idea how good this feels. But maybe we'd all be like, oh, okay, it looks great. No, but it doesn't. It's scary. And why am I telling you all this? I don't know, man. Life is weird. And I wonder, I guess, how much control do we have? We do. I mean, obviously, I just did a looping thing, and I'm doing this now, and whoever may listen to this is going to listen to this. But what actions are we doing? We have like strange, they're not impulses, but we just do things. Adam Carolla said, if you put a beaver on top of a building, what is it going to do? It's going to start looking for wood to build a dam. And that's just its nature. There's something to that, I think, in life, that we do things, we're drawn to things, and we don't even. I'm all now, I know I didn't complete that sentence, but I look at things like energy consumption and calorie burning and effort and work. And essentially, that's all life is work. And I think that humans are supposed to work. Even though the last few days I haven't been doing anything, I literally work out every day. I do it for like a month, and then I'll take a day off. Maybe I'll work out again, then take another day off. But for the most part, the last, like, I don't know, 8 months to a year, I've just been working out like every day. And it's not crazy, but sometimes it is. Like tomorrow, if I go to yoga and then I do my whole body workout thing afterward, it's crazy. Um, I don't know how many calories I burn. I don't have one of those watches or anything, but that's what's terrible is I see things now as work and energy and what I'm putting into things. And there's things that I am inspired to do and out of charity even offer to do. And then I wonder, would I have wanted to do those? And then people will turn down my charitable, what would you call that? My charitable ideas and effort to help them. And they'll say, no, no. And then I wonder, like, dude, if I would have done that, would I have felt good about it, or would it have killed me? But I think what happens is I feel sorry, and some of them are people that I love and are in my life, and I think I can save them money and stress having to deal with other people. But in reality, is this something that I would want to do? But yet there's other things that I do, and the amount of energy and work that I put into it, it's bad to sometimes consciously recognize that and go, geez, dude, this is a lot of work I'm doing, a lot of physical effort that I'm putting into this thing. And then I'm literally the scales of justice, not to bring up, I'm going to bring it up, this bullshit. What do you call that crap? Like, I'm a Libra, and the idea of Libra, what do you call that star crap? Anyways, it's the scales of justice. And I don't know if that's a Libra thing, but all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, you see how much, even though I want to do this thing, I start realizing how much energy and physical effort it's taking. And I feel like, I don't think this is true, but the physical effort that it takes, I think like it's hurting me, even though it's something that I didn't consciously recognize takes up a bunch of effort. As I'm sitting there, and then I do consciously recognize, I'm like, geez, dude, is this worth it? What am I doing? You know, maybe you don't know. Maybe this is all insanity and they're going to commit me to a hospital. I don't think so. But yeah, and I mean, you probably, I don't know. If you don't know me, you probably can't tell in my voice, but maybe I'm still getting over something. But I can promise you, the only substances I'm doing, I didn't even drink coffee today. Coffee, by the way, is a drug. And if you are getting anxiety and you're having fear, and that's the other thing I wanted to say. If this is happening to you, you have to think about it and you will get an answer. It's kind of bizarre. And it's the most unchristian thing, which also bothers me. Christians will say, do not look within yourself. You have to look towards God. Do not look towards man. You have to look towards God. Sometimes, though, I wonder if that's crap, that whole Christian thing. The other thing they say is, if you say, do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt anybody, that's like a total anti-Christian thing. Dude, I don't know if I'm talking too loud in this. I might be talking way too loud in this. But sometimes you have to do that. Like, really, really sit there. Almost, you have to take everything away. And I found that as a downfall for myself is I listen to too many podcasts or I watch too much stuff, and I literally will start. Yeah, I don't know how other words to say this, like, or starts hurting me, and I have to stop everything. But if I get that anxiety thing, I'll just sit there and just like, what is this? What is this thing? And then an answer comes up. And there's been times where it's like, hey, dummy, it doesn't say it like that. But there's an obvious thing of, dude, you've been drinking coffee every day for a week. And then that'll make me weird. So that's all I'm going to say. You never know. I'm clean as a bean right now, other than what I was going to jokingly say, but is absolutely true. I do ferment juice. I've been fermenting juice. There's a slight trace of alcohol in there, I am sure. But that's about it, man. This is probably ramblings of a madman. I happen, I don't know what I'm doing. The whole idea is a fantasy of, like I say, being successful, doing this somehow, getting thousands of dollars a month, doing whatever the hell I'm doing, and not having to work. God, I'm sweating like a pig. I don't even think it's hot in here. It's been warm though, out in the desert. I'm looking at my facial hair. Sorry. I was gonna say, for anyone who's not watching this, you're watching it. This is the only thing it's on. I wonder how much any of this noise is affecting anything, and maybe if you're probably not even hearing this, and I'm just sitting in front of a camera and it's not picking up any of this audio. It's been hot out here the last couple days. It's strange. Like 105 in the desert of Arizona in October, the middle of October. But yeah, it's weird because I'll sit there and say, okay, I feel good. I've recuperated. But as I'm talking and I'm feeling, man, my head, I guess I got to end this. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. But I love you, whoever you are. And thank you for watching. And don't tell your kids, oh, look, he's crazy. He's lost his mind. I haven't yet.